I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! I'm late! Oh no, I'm late! I'm late! Oh, I'm gonna be so late! Late! Oh man! Oh, there we are! Ouch! Ouch! Oh, that hurts! Okay, quick! Okay, prepare your entrance. You are wonderful. You're spectacular. Now come on, get dressed. Oh yeah. Greetings guys and gals and fellow gamers, this is Games for Kickz and welcome to Tips and Tricks with not able to drive Kickz. And of course mainly the pro tips from the community, for the community, from you. Woo! Yeah baby! This motor mini bike is awesome. Okay, now. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. In this episode of Tips and Tricks and pro tips from you guys, I added one Q&A because that's the only question I got. So if you guys want to have more questions and want to ask me anything or just ask anything, I try to answer them. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, if Q&A becomes something you guys want to do more, I might do separate Q&As. Who knows? So at the moment, nobody asked me any questions. Excuse me. Nobody asked me any questions, so I decided to put that one in this episode. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, and the question we have is by Roberts Christopher Cyrus, who is basically asking me about my process for editing, what recording software I'm using. I'm using DxTory mainly, and Fraps if it's not a DirectX game, because DxTory only can record DirectX games. How much time do you record, and how much space does it take? Well, if it goes smooth, like with the broken ankle, usually it's a very smooth recording. We don't have to edit anything out, and people like to watch it in VSync, so editing would be kind of a pain in the ass because it would outsync the VSync when you play all 4 videos at the same time. So usually between 25 minutes and half an hour. If I record my single players, I sometimes record between 25 minutes or anything from 20 minutes, depending if I feel comfortable with content, to an hour. And then I edit it down to 25 minutes. So it really depends. Like if there's time lapses in, I calculate with the time lapses, so sometimes it's an hour recording for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So space, well, you want it as raw as possible, as big as possible, because you don't want any compression at all if you can help it, because it damages the quality. So for half an hour video, I would say I usually get with 60 frames per second recordings. For half an hour, I would get about 150 gigabytes, something like that. Anything around that size is uncompressed enough. What kind of music am I using? Well, the music I'm using is all listed in my descriptions on every single video. Not the individual songs, but the people I use the music from. Not in every song I use them, but I list them in all my videos. Even if I don't use them, because I might use them, okay? Because they're my sources, which is ArgoFox Creative Commons, Techno Eggs, Incompetech, Epidemic Sounds, which is something you actually have to pay for. It's a tenner a month or something. And Ben Sound Music, which is also free, which I got from Z Nation. One of his videos had a great track in it, and he had it listed as Ben Sound Music, so I started using him as well. He's or her, I don't know. And it's a very good source. Then you have YouTube Audio Library if you don't want to get any chance, if you don't want to take a chance on getting copyright striked. You know, Audio Library from YouTube is always there as well. It has a couple of good things as well. And editing software I'm using is PowerDirector 13. and a Sony Movie Studio Platinum 13. Oh, they're both versions 13. I didn't realize that. So yeah, one or the other. I use both of them, like one for one job, one for the other. And how did I make my intro? I got a company, I think, called intromaker.com. I just basically, they have a tool where you just put in your logo, you pick the intro that you want, they show it to you. If you're happy with it, they send you a link to it, and you pay $5 or something. And I did that, but I took their music out and put my own in. And I'm also hopefully getting soon all new stuff, because I'm in the process of talking to somebody who hopefully will get time to start soon on getting my stuff done, because I just feel it's getting very old looking, so I just want to get some stuff real professionally done, and hopefully that will be it. So I hope I answered all your questions, and if you guys have any questions, you know, please feel free to add them. and I will either include them in these videos, or if it gets too long, I will make separate videos. But absolutely, ask me anything. What's the weather in Ireland right now? It's pissing rain. On to the pro tips. Pro tips from Stuart Holden. Airdrops are easier to find when you drop, aim your crosshairs directly at it. So you see, well, I don't know. Okay, let's just do that. So you drop, you see that little thing, you aim at the guy, you go to your map, you go, okay, and you make a line, and there you go. Okay, and that usually helps. It's a general area that actually matters. You don't have to pinpoint it exactly. You will find it most of the time. So that's a very good tip. Okay, here we have a couple of ones from Blue Turtle. First, make your first base by shallow lake, even at night. They're still faster than during the day, but zombies are slowed down when walking through water. That is absolutely true. Now, if they're faster than you still in water, when you walk through water, I don't know, but it's something worth testing because they are getting slowed. Not as much anymore as they used to in Alpha 11, but they are getting slowed down. So I'm gonna move over here. There's too many crickets over there. Okay, then the other one tip is wood frames are your best friend. That's absolutely true. If you have wood frames, you can do a hell of a lot of things. Like, I mean, if you're on the run from a zombie and why did I put that back? If you're on the run from a zombie and say one is chasing you and you come to a wall, you kind of go like this quickly, you go up, you take this one out, you go up the next one, whatever it is, you take this one out and you just build a stairwell up a wall and there's no way they can reach you. And the same on the way down. If you're stuck somewhere, go to the edge of the wall, you know, put a frame there, go to the next set down, and then basically build yourself stairs down. You know, that way you can get quickly in and out. Also, of course, always block off exits, because even though you can see through them, the zombies can't. There you go. Thank you very much. When you get by the next tip is by Lincoln Troddy. Sorry if I pronounce any of your names wrong. I'm really sorry. When getting ready to explode with your mini bike, have an extra battery. Okay, you can't repair it. That's true. Yeah. Now, what I didn't know is that I always assumed that if you take the battery out like this, battery out, you can't repair it because it doesn't have a repair option. Okay. So, but I always assumed that if it's in the bike and it gets damaged, that you can use repair kit to repair it, but I haven't tested it, so I don't know. I know everything else repairs, but I don't know about the battery. Maybe it will, I have no idea. So it can run out though, that's absolutely true. And I think when it does run out, you see on the bottom right, the fuel icon, right beside it, I have a battery icon, that actually will light up, as far as I know, when your battery goes low. So, and I don't know if it means that it's low and you have to repair it, or if it's low as in no matter what the quality is, no matter how high repaired it is, it's just running out. Anyway, it's something to play around with, but it's a very good tip. Like, to keep an eye on it and have an extra battery on you is a very good tip. The next tip is by Andy. If you need stamina but you're not thirsty, carry yucca fruit with you. It gives you actually stamina. So yucca fruit is a great way of keeping stamina. So if you're okay, I'm not hungry, but if you're hungry and you're not thirsty, stamina. Absolutely, it's brilliant, okay? It saved my life when I was fighting the first dog horde. Now, another thing you can do, if you have painkillers on you and yucca juice or goldenrod, it doesn't really matter, like say goldenrod tea for the sake of stamina. If you're running backwards and you have no stamina and you're running out, but you're not thirsty, so you're drinking goldenrod tea and you can't, take a tablet. It instantly lowers your thirst. And then you can drink. And you can do that as many times as you want in a row. Painkiller. You don't even have to run around. Yucca. There you go. Okay, that's a little added bonus as a tip that somebody told me before. I wouldn't be surprised if it also was Andy. You can do that all day. So that's basically gonna keep you up as well if you need to run from dogs or anything like that. Again, a very good tip, Andy. If you're struggling for food early on, save your sham sandwiches. Okay, sham sandwiches, while they have a chance to poison you, the poison, as far as I know, only lowers your stamina. I don't think it actually damages your health at all. I don't think so. I'm not hungry in the moment, so I can't really eat it, but it gives you 15 fullness. So eat them at night when you're in a safe place if you have no other food. So keep them when you start the game, you know. Sure, you get food poisoning, but I think all it does is attack your stamina, which you don't need when you're sitting around in a hole at night, you know, like waiting for the morning to come. Okay, Andy's on a roll. Here was another pro tip. Make cornbread. It only gives you 5 fullness, but 0.4 wellness. Absolutely true, yeah. So 5 fullness, 0.4 wellness, and you can keep eating it and eating it and eating it. Because it only has 5 fullness, you can eat quite a lot if you're nearly empty to get a very good boost in your wellness, okay? Bear Stew, what he's mentioning there, gives you 40 fullness, but only 2.5 wellness for 40 fullness, okay? So after eating the same amount of fullness in cornbread, you end up with more wellness. So, and the additional bonus is, you see that smelly icon there? Well, Bear Stew smells, but cornbread doesn't. So, very good tip there, Andy. Thank you very much. Here's a short pro tip, which is kind of pointing out the obvious, but you wouldn't believe the amount of times I forgot to do it as well. Destroy the stairs. You get into a house to hold up for the night, destroy all the stairs that are leading up, and then what I usually do as well is I destroy the stairs and then I'm closing off the floor from the upper level where the stairs went into completely over and just leave one gap for a ladder with a hatch, and that's it. So zombies can't get in or up or down, and you can get in and out whenever you want. It's a great tip. Thank you very much, Trogwalk. Hey Andy, there you are again. Yeah, that's a very good tip as well. Learn how to modify XML files on the very basic level, okay? Because this game is an alpha and it will change. There's no guarantee, okay? This game was not given to you in Alpha 1 with the promise, hey, it's gonna stay like this, we just make it better. No, it's an alpha game. It will change completely. It can change 180 degrees around and be completely different in mechanics, in the way you craft, in the way you loot. That is the way alphas are. It's not because it's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast, okay? So if you learn how to modify XML files in the case of 7 Days to Die, you can alleviate a lot of headaches. So if you, for example, best example is when they accidentally broken the loot timers, yeah, in one of the updates, we all had to play with normal loot timers. Now some people didn't like that, and that's fine because they're not used to it. Everybody should be able to play, you know, the way they were used to. Now, of course, to fix that, yeah, you had to wait for the next patch, but if you were able to modify the XML files, you could actually play on normal, but reduce the crafting time of all the items, ending up basically with instant crafting, yeah? So, which was a very good workaround for the people who were used to instant crafting, who just weren't used to long timers and didn't know how to deal with them, you know, so that was a really good fix, so temporary fix. And yeah, they're dodgy, but you know, they want you to mod the game. That's how they're writing it. They intentionally write it so it can be modded. So don't be afraid of playing around with the XML files, just make backups. A good source for XML file modding, besides Andy, I think, who knows exactly what he's doing as far as I know, is Rongo the Bold. I'll put a link to his channel in my description. Check him out. He has a guide on how to mod files. You can search it, otherwise just send him a quick message and he will tell you the video. But he also has actually a series on playing modded 7 Days to Die. So he came up with some awesome modded stuff. I think actually a couple of things that he was doing, like flaming arrows, he did before they were even in 7 Days to Die, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were put in because of the way he modded it. So modding is a good thing, you know, it helps out, it brings out ideas, and the fun pimps might like them and even put them in the game. You never know. Okay, Vovozaum. The first thing before I read this, I want to say thank you very much. Vovozaum is the guy who actually showed, or girl, I actually don't know, who gave me the screenshots of the concrete half blocks, and I liked the idea and I asked if we can borrow it and put it in my Let's Play, and I was told yes, it's okay, it's fine, go ahead. And that was basically, Vovozaum was the one who gave me the idea, so thank you very much for that. Okay, now to the tips. Absolutely, stone in a forge, check this out, and that's a very good tip, yeah? If you have a big stone, let me just empty the forge, just because I was testing it myself, of course, yeah? Because I wouldn't do anything without testing it. No, I'm just messing, you know, of course, you know, sometimes you just don't have time to test, yeah? So what happens is, you come along, yep. Okay, I like the right click, I like the shift click, but not when it only goes one way. That's me just being an idiot. So let's put a big stone in here. That's a lot of people do that. They put a big stone in here, going like, great, don't need to worry about it. Boom. Yeah, let's burn, baby. Okay. Then others are going like, oh, I don't have big stones, so I'm gonna put whatever small stones in. Yeah, you put 8 small stones in with just one big stone. Boom, burn it. No difference if you can see. It gave you an amount of 4. It ends up with 4 cement. This is an amount of 4, ends up with 4 cement. However, you can take that stone after you broke it down and break it down further without a recipe, as far as I know. Or do you need a recipe? No, I don't think so. Into, there was only 2. I already had 2 in there. Into 2 gravel, okay? You can place the 2 gravels in there and look what happens. Boom. Amount 8 which will give you 8 cement. So, oh, I need double the coal. So what basically it means, 1 big stone gives you 4 cement. 1 big stone, which is the equivalent of 8 small stones, still gives you 4 cement. Take these 4 small stones and put them into a gravel, and you get double. There you go. Okay? So that's a very great tip on saving some resources, especially in the beginning when resources are tight. Here's a quick pro tip by Miguel, is it? I don't know, depends what country you're from, I suppose. So sorry if I mispronounced it. For better aiming with the bow, go crouched. Absolutely true. I'm used to it now to aim at things kind of sideways a little bit. I don't know if I can hit the tree though from here. So, oh, I did. Very good. Now, I don't have an issue with that most of the time now, but what you can do is if you crouch, especially if you zoom in, you can pretty much dead on aim at what you're shooting at. And that went down too early, did it? Yeah, it actually went down before the tree. That's a weird thing, like the crossbows have a very high gravitational pull. There you go. So you can aim pretty much dead on what you're shooting at, except that you have to counteract the gravity. There you go. Now, again, I'm used to pretty much shooting like this, where I aim ever so slightly to the side of a thing and still hit it. So, but whatever you're used to, okay? So, but this is a very good tip. Here's a pro tip from Ronald. If a bear is a safe distance from your base, you may want to keep it alive as long as you keep out of the line of sight. And that's true. Bears will attack zombies. So they help you out in killing the bad guys, yeah? Not only that, but when you're sitting there minding your own business and you're engrossed in reading up some things or, you know, looking what you can craft with what you have and calculate numbers, it's a great alarm clock, okay? Because it goes like all of a sudden in the background. You're kind of going, what the hell is going on there? And yeah, that's because the bear is fighting the zombie and it actually alerts you that there's trouble in the neighborhood. Very good tip, thank you very much. Now here's a pro tip by Ethan. Bears are not friendly unless they're teddy. Well, I don't know if I agree with that completely, okay? There's plenty of bears like this, which are quite cute and cuddly. Cute and cuddly, boys, cute and cuddly. And all he wants is a little hug, okay? I don't think he would eat your skin off your face, okay? And then you have something like this. Now, if I see a teddy bear like this, I don't know. He's not exactly Paddington Bear now, is he? But, well, who am I to argue? Like, no, I'm only messing. Okay, this one is basically an untested thing, I think, but I have been told a few times actually by different people, and Andy brought it up again, saying that gore will destroy water blocks if the water is only 1 deep. Now, I think I haven't tested it yet, so I think that's true. Now, but if gore blocks can destroy water, then even if it's 3 deep, if gore blocks, because I think gore blocks can form up to 3 high from a single body. So this would have to be done with some testing, of course, you know, so, but it's definitely true that since Alpha 12, water is not as reliable as it used to be. Putting your log spikes underwater used to be a very good way. I used to do that a lot. So we have to find new ways of doing it. So thank you very much for that, Andy. And I'm sure someone is going to test it out, or I will test it out in one of my Let's Plays, or someone else who can leave that in a comment and tell me about it. Here's a pro tip. The stone axe is the best tool for grass, and that is true. Okay, if you look at any other tool, like, you know, that you have, like, okay, we all know that this pickaxe is slow, yeah, but look at this, yeah. Okay, you have to aim at the grass, dude. Yeah, that is fast, okay. I mean, seriously, this is how fast the hoe used to be before they nerfed the hoe. I don't know why the hoe is so slow. I mean, this is actually amazing that you have a fast axe, which you actually can kill enemies with, but a hoe, which the only thing it can do is hurt dirt, is slowed down. It used to be that fast and they slowed it down because I'm sure maybe the feeling was that the hoe was overpowered and that power farming was a bad thing. Now, I'm only being messing now. I'm only joking. So yeah, but there must have been a reason why they slowed down the hoe, which I don't understand, really, to be honest. Because even if you can farm instantly, as in the crop still needs to grow. So even I mean, corn, for example, doesn't need to be on hoed dirt. You can just go plant it everywhere. It still needs to grow. So I really don't understand why the hoe is so slow. But yeah, since the hoe is so slow, the stone axe is the absolute best tool to use for plant fiber. And even better, it only needs 1 stone to repair. So that's an absolutely awesome tip, John Hall. Thank you very much. Okay, here's a pro tip I heard a couple of times actually in my lifetime playing this game, and I keep forgetting about it. When you loot things, especially in areas where you want to sneak and be quiet, like the Hope City, open chests when you're crouched. I keep forgetting about that, but it's actually, as far as I know, it's true that even like, I don't know why it just happens, okay, but I don't know why it doesn't make sense. If you open a container while you're crouched, it is not as loud as when you open it when you're standing up. If that is intentionally or not, I don't know. But that seems to be actually the case. So even if you're hitting a save, it's actually quieter to hit it when you're crouched. So now I keep forgetting about it most of the time, and to be honest, I need experience, so I don't, most of the time, don't care, unless there's like a horde of 30 out there, but usually I'm glad when they come in and give a bit of action. So, but very good pro tip. Thank you very much. Now this is for the OCD people from us, and that's absolutely true. Yeah, since Alpha 12.3, guys, stacks are 500 now instead of 64. Now the way this works, and if I understood the forums right, yeah, not everything is 500, okay? Everything that used to be 64 is 500, and they didn't update every single item. The way basically this works is, an item gets designated a default stack size, like say Goldenrod Tea. Goldenrod Tea only has a stack size of 15 because when Goldenrod Tea was created as an item, they gave it that stack size. Now all the other items like wood planks, they gave a stack size of 250, yeah, intentionally, yeah. Now wherever you saw 64 before, it had that was the default value, the default stack size that items got when there was an absence of a defined stack size. So they basically said, if we don't specify stack size, make it 64. That 64 has been turned into 500 now. So basically all the items you see that stack to 500 now simply don't have a size specified. That's why they default to 500. Okay, so you probably will see a change coming in over time, of course, you know, where the fun pimps are gonna go and tune things down, like, in, you know, saying like, okay, you know, 500 is a bit much for that item or that, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine. You know, I mean, but these things have to be processed during an alpha and corrected as you go along. So very good actually to that tip. What Andy is saying, to go through your chests if you started the game since Alpha 12, before 12.3, go through your chests and start stacking things up. Okay, just literally just click R or whatever and stack things up. And then put your stacks of 500 back in. It saves a lot of space in your chest. You can probably destroy about 40 chests in your base. All right, thank you very much. Very good tip. And that was it. That was it. I'm not gonna ride in the sunset. I'm gonna park my motorbike in my shed. Over here. Oh. There you go. I'm still trying to get used to that. Oh, because I never found one in my single player yet. I have all the parts by now, actually, by the way. I found the battery as well now. But, Oh, I found the battery as well now, but I haven't found the leather bug yet, so I can't craft anything. So, yeah. But I'm looking forward to when I can get my own mini bike, because it's absolutely awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. And if you did like the episodes and the pro tips, kick the like button in the arse like the gaming ninjas you are, and don't forget #ProTip. I will pick about 15 to 20, depending how much time I have, and try to get them into a video. And if you have more questions, if you want to ask me more questions in regards to video editing or whatever, I try my best to answer you. You want to ask me anything else, like what's my favorite food? I don't know. Anything? I'm not picky. Yeah, no, just feel free to ask away, and I will put these questions into my next tips and tricks video, you know? So anything, as long as it's appropriate. Alright, okay, I hope you guys join me in the next video. Until then, viel Spaß and happy gaming.